everyone. So we're getting ready to begin Module 4 on Tuesday, September 29th. And so I'm just going to go over some assignments and due dates and what to expect in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to be going over map, scale, and spatial reference system. And guess what? Size and location matter. And we are going to have to do some manual math the next 2 weeks, but this is just so you guys grasp a basic understanding of scale. And don't worry, in the future, most of the time we could make the GIS do it for us. Okay, so really quickly, I just want to go over what's wrapping up on Tuesday 29th by 11:59 p.m. From Module 3, Week 5. So it was a little bit of a lighter week to make sure that you guys had time to study and take the midterm 1 exam. So all that's due for Module 3, Week 5 is Discussion 5, Maps and Social Equality, which is due again Tuesday 29th by 11:59 p.m. and the midterm 1 exam, which is also due Tuesday by 11:59 p.m. Okay, so we're just beginning Module 4, Week 6 on September 29th. And for this week, we'll be reading Chapter 4 in the text, Map, Scale, and Spatial Reference Systems. And for the first week, we'll just be covering sections 1 and 2, Overview and Map, Scale. And please make sure that you're watching all the videos embedded within the text. There's a lot of really useful information in there. And of course, the information in those videos might be referenced in the quizzes and exams. So the lecture videos that you'll be watching for week 6, and really quickly, I just want to emphasize again, I know that I sent out an announcement to everyone that it's important to watch the lecture videos. I know that they can be long, but you need to be viewing them as if you were in class sitting in lecture and listening to me talk anyways. So there's a lot of information in these videos. Also, I'm able to see your activity on Canvas, and so please make sure to watch them, because not only do they contain important content to be able to learn the material in the course, but also watching these videos are a huge part of your participation grade at the end of the semester. Okay, so for this week's lecture videos, we have Intro to Module 4, which is this video, and then you'll see on the lecture page there are a couple of short scale videos. They're just there to help solidify some of the points covered in the first part of the chapter. And then on Thursday, there will be a lecture opening up around 6 p.m. And that is Thursday, October 1st for the second half of this week. And so there'll be a lecture called Size Matters. The discussion for this week is case law involving survey maps. And that will be due on Tuesday, October 6th by 11:59 p.m. And as usual, try to get your submission in earlier in the week to allow enough time for an engaging discussion. And I do want to say that your guys' discussions have been great and respectful and really thoughtful, and I'm just really impressed by how far everybody's taking these discussions in this course. So there will be 2 labs this week. The first one, working with projections, is on the shorter end, and so the working with projections will be the second tutorial that's at the end of chapter 3 in the text. And so just make sure when you're starting that you understand where it's at. If you need any clarification, of course, you could post to the Q&A forum or you can email me. But again, that first lab for week 6 is working with projections, which is the second tutorial at the end of chapter 3. And that is going to be due Tuesday by 11:59 p.m. The second lab, working with scale, is the first tutorial at the end of chapter 4 in the text. It's also due Tuesday, October 6th by 11:59 p.m. And I just kind of want to show you guys how that is set up, because it's different than what we've normally been doing. So here we are on the Module 4 homepage, and of course we have the reading, we have the lecture videos, we have the discussion, And then we have our 2 labs here. So I'm just gonna do a quick view of working with scale. So in the text, you'll have instructions on how to work through this activity. In the lab activity itself, you have these quadrangles here. They're PDFs that you could download that you'll need to be able to complete this working with scale tutorial, which again is found in chapter 4 of your text. It's that first tutorial in there. So the reason why I want to show you guys a little bit more closely, because this activity is set up as a quiz. Even though these points will be counted towards your activity grade at the end, it's set up a little bit differently. So you'll be working through the activity in the text, and you'll be doing different types of formulas to calculate scale. And so you'll need scratch paper and do everything by hand. Of course, you're more than welcome to use calculators and rulers and whatever tools you may need as necessary. And then once you're done with that tutorial, you'll come back to the assignment page and you will essentially take the quiz. So the quiz is set up to where it's open the whole time that this activity is available. So it's going to open up on Tuesday, September 29th, and it's going to go it's due on October 6th. But it'll be open for that second week to allow late submissions if needed. But there's no time limit on this quiz, and there are unlimited attempts. So go ahead and go through the tutorial, put in all of your answers into the quiz, and if you've got something wrong, then you have that opportunity to go back and redo whichever problem you got wrong, and then take the quiz again. And then, of course, the highest score will be kept. If this is confusing to anybody, again, please reach out and I will explain it to you more thoroughly. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of an explanation since it is different than what we have been doing. Okay, so there will be a quiz for week 6. It is called Module 4 Quiz 1, and that'll open on Thursday, October 1st at 6 p.m. and it'll close on October 6th by 11:59 p.m. And again, quizzes are, you can't make up quizzes and you can't submit quizzes late, so that is a hard deadline. If for whatever reason you think you might miss the quiz, please contact me in advance and we could see if we could come up with a solution. Okay, so I'm going to go over the upcoming week 7 briefly because we'll be going over it again at the beginning of week 7, but I just kind of want to give you guys a heads up with what is going to be required because we do have our second guest lecturer, which is going to be Paulina Close. She's the GIS research data analyst with Caltrans in Eureka. This is a really great opportunity again to speak with a professional in the GIS field and kind of pick their brains about what projects they're working on. So again, that will be Tuesday, October 6th at 6 p.m. I'll be sending out an email and announcement at the beginning of the week next week with the Zoom links to that meeting. Something that I've noticed with the Zoom links, and I'm still trying to figure some of the tech stuff out, but if you're not able to click the link that I send out to get into a Zoom meeting, most of the time, if you log into Zoom and go to join a meeting and just manually enter the meeting ID, that'll get you in if the link isn't working. And of course, I am paying attention to emails and Canvas during the lectures. If you're having problems getting in, I'll make sure you get in. Again, these guest lectures are required for you to attend, so make sure that you're keeping your schedule open for 6 p.m. on October 6th. If you think you're going to miss the guest lecture for any reason, please contact me in advance via CR email and we will see if we could come up with a solution. So there will be a second lecture for week 7 that'll open up on Thursday, October 8th at 6 p.m. Navigation takes coordination. The discussion for week 7 will center around the guest lecture with Paulina Close, just like it did with the last guest lecture. And that will be due Tuesday, October 13th by 11:59 p.m. There is a lab, which is the second tutorial at the end of chapter 4 in the text. It'll be very similar to the working with scale lab where it's set up like a quiz. And then there will be a module 4 quiz 2 at the end of week 7. So again, this is just a quick overview of what's upcoming for week 7. Really, we should be focusing on week 6 right now. And of course, again, if you have any questions, please post to the Q&A forum. And if you don't hear from me, then you feel free to send me an email, or if you feel like it's a more personal matter, you need help one-on-one, just send me an email directly, and that's fine too. So go ahead and get into Module 4, Week 6, and I look forward to